Hey there, Gemini community. Let's go ahead and get started with the introduction with the Moonology Oracle. Gemini, angels, ancestors, what is it, guys, that needs to come out? Something we're not seeing right away. Nothing's set in stone. You don't see that. Maybe you feel like your life is always gonna be this emotional roller coaster. Don't let your pride get in the way. Full moon in Leo. That tells me too is that you don't feel like you have the willpower to do something different. You don't give yourself permission to use this willpower. It has to do probably with the personal issue. This is a full moon in Cancer. Full moon in Cancer, Cancer's house, 4th house energy is establishing foundations. This could be in the very foundations that you grew up with, the very foundations that you've also constructed around you, on the ways that you see the world. Or it could be that the way that you think that the world sees you. I have a win-win outcome is forecasted in Libra. But you bury this because you don't see that the conclusions that you need are reached within yourself. This is that giving yourself permission to know that you are good enough. You have done enough. You've been doing enough. Your hard work is paying off. Yeah, we've talked about you don't see that all this work that you're doing. You don't think that it's enough. But there's something here that you're operating in that's outside of your element, I would say. Gemini, 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 your element is air. It's thoughts. It's being logical right here. I feel a Gemini operating more out of their emotions. I see them operating out of a deep passion. But it's to keep something at bay. Prosperity lies ahead. Maybe it's in all this that you do for others that you feel like you're successful. Maybe it's a direct opposite to something that you don't want to be, some way that you don't want to be. We can be very prideful with stuff like that when we're trying not to repeat certain cycles. All right, so let's figure out what's going on a little bit more with the present for the Gemini frequency. All right, here we go. What is it that needs to come out for Gemini? Whoa. This is something that you're meant to deal with. And you're meant to deal with this with others, through others, or others who have been around you. Yeah, look at that. It comes a lot down to these others. So just like, it's like the vibe of this time, because Aquarius had this earlier. I don't think they had the death card though. But it's transformation through relationship with this death card. What they did have is this 3 of coins here. So with this contract here and with this death card here, this is a cycle that's meant to happen. And it's meant to bug you until you have the evolvement that you need from it. Till you're able to learn the lesson and grow and move forward. Adapt to your environment, relating to others. We have a 7 of coins, confused on what you have worked on. What has been the fortune so far? What has been the outcome so far? Oh, And then we have the Sun card in reverse. Either it's like a big fear, you don't know if you can get past what these others have been through, how these others think. This Wheel of Fortune, our Wheel of Fate, also talks about change. For some reason, you don't see that you're already doing something different. For some reason, you still feel stuck, or you're confused on how far you have come. You're unsure of the fairness of this outcome. Unsure of, also, it's like the entanglement of you that you have within you. It's like trying to balance out, trying to do everything in such a way that you don't make the same mistakes has left you really like entangled in yourself. You're still fair. That's because you're still trying to help everyone. But you're tangled in a sense. And I get that because of this Five of Cups. Really looking out onto there. Not knowing how much to put in, how much to let go. The whole thing is your objective has not, again, to repeat the same mistakes as these others. I don't know what these others had did so much in the past or with themselves, with these people, places, or things. But your goal, again, is not to be out in the cold. Not to be suffering like how they have been suffering. And again, it's been the biggest drive for you. Yeah. What I hear is that song, Follow the Leader, Leader, follow the leader, sígueme. It's a Spanish song. I feel like you don't see how you are the leader now. You are not a follower. You have grown past whatever happened in the past, in a sense. You have been a trailblazer yourself, and in leading a direction, a new way of going. But you don't understand that. You don't see that because you're too busy focused on the past and the mistakes of these others in the past, and comparing yourself to them as well. Three of Swords. There's a truth that you don't want to bring up because you're confused how to judge it, confused about the monsters, what was really happening, what were the very reasons that led you to go off the ways that you have gone off in your life. Anybody ever done track here? We're trying to outrun something. What do they say when you're trying to run a race? You don't look back. If you want to win, you want to be the fastest, you have to keep focused forward, keep looking forward. When you start to look back, you lose momentum. You're losing energy. You're putting your focus back here, and your focus ain't where you need to go. You can misstep, you can trip, you could even slow down. You could give away a victory that way. You could not end up seeing the opportunity to get out of that bear's way, so to say. It's time to stop looking back. It's time to start looking forward to the prosperity that you're building. Knowing that as long as you keep working and you're leading that direction for that good change that breaking of the generational curses, that you're going to find it. You're going to find what you're looking for. You're going to resolve these personal issues, and you're going to be able to understand yourself a little bit more. Remember, nothing is set in stone. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started with this conclusion. Divine and universal energies. What are the positive messages that need to come out for this conclusion for the Gemini frequency? Ooh. Let's see. Mindfulness. This is a really good card for Gemini. Mindfulness. When you feel your head racing about, when those anxieties are creeping up, bringing it back to the present. Really feeling the present through your senses, your sense of touch, your sense of taste, your sense of smell, your sense of sight. Really, really, really being within your environment at that time and stepping out of those anxieties of the past, the anxieties of this past that you go around in your head that make you question yourself. Putting down the defenses here. There's a time and a place to be defensive, and this one isn't it. It's time to bring love into the situation. Yeah. Luna. Luna is feminine energy. It's moon energy. It's Cancerian energy as well. It talks about the things that we want to nurture, but how we like to be nurtured. The moon also talks about giving birth, and this birth doesn't deal with just pregnancies of us reproducing, but giving birth to new ideas, new ways of going. Getting off of being defensive is going to open up the energy of acceptance, compassion, kindness, and mercy onto this whole situation, because like I said, you're seeing it from your view, but you're not understanding what got these ones to where they're at. What is their truth? Why they're so stubborn? Why they want to say that? Navigation. Like I said, you are the leader now. You pick and choose where you want to go. I feel like this Gemini here has been into their adult years for a little bit now. You can pick to be mindful, or you can pick to be defensive and reactive. It's just up to you on how you want to balance things and where you want to take your free will. You can have what you're looking for, but it's going to be done differently, and it's going to have to be letting go of these expectations for these others. All right, Gemini, this is going to conclude it. Thank you so much for hanging out and being number 12. And don't forget to thank your angels, ancestors, spirit guides, as well as divine and universal energy for coming in. And I hope that you have a most wonderful, wonderful, wonderful rest of your day.